Wakana, soon to be Akana, one of the four co-founders. I say that loud and proud every day because it's an absolute privilege to have a vision with like-minded people and to make that vision come to life. And now looking at almost 4 years in, it's been a process. It's been hard work. It's not gotten easier, but it's exciting. I like this. I like building something. I like people coming. I like people getting on board. I'm getting ready to call names, but I'm not going to do that because I'll be calling names all day. But I like to see the changes in people as they come on board, that they discover that they can make an impact on other people's lives just by sharing information with some life changing uh, products, or opportunity where somebody could add income. And see, when you get in the trenches, sometimes you forget the value that you bring until other people looking from the outside say, wow, you guys are doing a great job. You're affecting lives. You're doing things. When you get caught up in the everyday, in the middle things of being in the beginning and becoming successful, there's a lot of stuff, as Dr. Pat say, that gets caught up in the middle. But if your vision is clear, if you painted that picture, then you already know the stuff is coming. All kind of opposition will be there as you go along the way. And as we build this thing, I look at things. When I look at a company, I want to know who's driving the car. Who is driving the car? Are they just talking the talk, or are they truly walking the walk? And one thing I can say, guys, about when you look at Wakana, you'll never find a harder working C-suite than you have right here. Now, I don't want to brag on my part of the C-suite, but I'm going to talk about my colleagues. I'm going to talk about Melissa Boston, our CEO. I'm going to talk about Ron Archie, our CFO. I'm going to talk about Christian Phyllis, our COO. And then I'm there also. But you will never see people as dedicated to what they're doing to make something so you can truly leave legacy, have freedom, have better health for you and your family. You'll never see a CEO, I've never been, and I've been around a while, that does it all from going up on the stage looking like $1 million, delivering a message that touches many, to sweep in the floor, making sure you have something to eat if you've been there all day or whether you're coming. I mean, it's just everything in between. And when you work in that hard, sometimes people come on board in this industry and they just take things for granted. Or it should be this, or it should be that. But we are a company that's not yet 4 years old. We are pioneers in an industry that does not want us to become financially free because they want to take it back. It was okay for them to send us to jail while cannabis was illegal. But now that that it is legal, they don't want us to have any of the riches and the abundance that comes from that plant. But guess what? Somebody else that's higher than all says that we planted our own table. We can invite anybody we want to our table, and that's what we have at Wakana. So I want you all to think about the opportunity that you can give so many that have not been given that opportunity anywhere else in this cannabis industry. I want you to think about when somebody tells me, oh, I'm doing a detox. Yeah, do you know the person that owns the company? Do you know the love, the care, the ingredients, the precautions, the compliance that's taken on with that company? But here we are. Here we are, a company of African American women and founded and co-founders of so many of you out there. We have a quality product that works. And then we even turn around and put a 30-day money back, not just a money back, but a bottom of the jar money back guarantee. What does that mean? And that's another thing I want to say. A lot of times we throw out phrases and people just don't get it. So I think you should get money back guarantee, bottom of the jar. But in case you don't, that means that you can have used the whole jar, bag, whatever other product, didn't get the results you thought you should have. And within 30 days, you can get a full refund. What company that you know does that? Why would you not be able to tell people there are going to be hundreds of thousands of people that are now being educated, that are now dropping their arms from the opposition and saying, hey, maybe this CBD thing or this cannabis thing is not so bad because other folks filled your head with it anyway. I want you to be your own thinker. But sometimes you just have to educate and continue to educate to let them know. Why would you let them go somewhere else? Why would you not be getting the market share that you are due? Because guess what? You, people you know, people that lived in your house, people that are kin to you, people you went to school with paid the price on the war on drugs. And so now that cannabis and CBD is legal, why wouldn't you be out there getting your market share of this multi billion-dollar industry? You hear me say it. I'm not beating you up, but if the truth, if I'm talking to you, then take it in and then do something about it. You're playing too small. You know, we had a March Madness contest, and I would have thought we would have had all 32 teams of people ready to run to make a difference, run to take the message out there, run to for that message to take people to use the product, people to get results, but those people to bring more people, which now strengthens your financial income. And nobody took the bite. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are you afraid? You don't have to be afraid about going out and sharing it. Somebody was talking to me last night and they were saying, well, I've been talking to these people for 4 years and they just not interested in their health and they just don't. And I'm like, why the heck are you talking to them? Let them go. It's not up to you to save the world. It's up to you to inform the world. When it's too much opposition, when I'm begging you to take care of your own body, what sense does that make? Let that person go because I promise you, somebody that's sitting next to you in church, somebody that's in the restaurant with you is dying to know what you have. But if you don't share your information, if you don't invite people to it, if you don't meet strangers, people tell me all the time, well, you know, I talk to the same people. You know, I've been in this industry for 30 years and I didn't talk to everybody. Hell no, you haven't. You ain't talked to nobody. I mean, not everybody. There are people that you don't even know. They got people in their families that they don't even know. So how could you have talked to everybody? You might have talked to everybody you know. That's why I don't always talk to people. I already told you about the story with my sister's a repast. I talk to everybody. And from that, people are customers. People are coming to get bioscans. People are interested in the business. I'm not begging them. I just say, hey, y'all, this is what I've been talking about. You're here at our dispensary. The proof is in the pudding. Look around. And then for our what kind of family that was there, just in conversations, they were talking about things that had changed their life. Not trying to pour on them to get them in the business, just conversation. So when you tell me you've been in this industry so long, or when you tell me you've been talking to somebody for 4 years, I'm like, well, you've been talking to them way too long. Now, I don't mind sharing information with somebody because there are people in my business today that I started talking to 10 years ago, but I wasn't bombarding them. I wasn't calling them every day. If I saw something that we were doing that was of interest to them, I might send them a text. I might send them a post. I might tag them in a post. Hey, take a look at what we're doing. This might be of interest. But I wasn't begging them to come in my business because I'm not going to beg anybody to do the right thing. I'm going to ask them, can I share the information with them? I'm going to follow up with them because I asked them, could I do that? And I'm going to always take them and ask them, hey, I'd like to get my business partner on the phone also because they can give you a little more information. I'm going to always ask for permission to do whatever. But if you guys telling me that you can't get somebody because you done ran out of friends, you done talk to your family and you talk, then you know I am just looking at you. I'm listening to you, but I'm not going to comment because there's way too many people for you to talk to in this world without you talking about, oh, I don't have anybody else to talk to. So let me stop this call. Okay. So, guys, again, I don't want to take for granted anything. I was talking to Minister Mooney, and he was like talking about coach, you know, people being coachable. we need to do a training on being coachable. And I truly agreed, because if you have been around this industry for a while, it's easy for you to drop phrases that we use in this industry and expect people to understand. But when people come to the end of the business and you're doing your sales academy training, you got that little one-on-one time with them 48 hours after they come in. And one of the biggest things I ask them, are you coachable? And that people answer yes. But I really, really, after Mooney talked about this, I really, really wanted them to understand. Do you understand what I mean by coachable? And what does that mean? It means we already got a system in place. I don't need you to go and reinvent the system, not because you got to do it my way. It's just because if a system is working, and you work the system, I can almost guarantee that you're going to have some success in this brand new business that you have gotten into, that you have invested your money into. So if you're asking that person if they're being coachable, what you mean is go back and let them know the system is there. This is how you do it. Now, once you get used to the system and it becomes second nature to you, that you can just flow into the system, that you can invite people, you can share the video, you can say, hey, what's the best time for me to follow up this afternoon or tomorrow morning? Get a time that you can ask them at the end of the conversation, what did you like best about what you saw? If you can say, hey, I'm going to get my business partner on the line. I just want to enlighten, make sure you got everything you need to make a decision. And then when my business partner comes on, I'm going to say, oh my goodness, this person is a legend in the business. One thing she knows is the facts. And I am just so excited about being in business with you. That's called edification. You're edifying that person that's your third party. All of this is system. And then you turn around and don't say a word after you introduce your third way party, so that they can say, in case that's a friend, in case that's a relative, they might not say, oh, how is Angie a expert in the cannabis industry? She just started doing this. But here they brought that third party on. So now this is the expert. And now the expert is saying, well, Beverly, after what you've heard, what number are you as far as your interest level? Are you a 10 or are you a 1? 10 being somebody that's, I am ready to get started. 1 being somebody that's, I just need a whole lot more information. What number are you? And if they're a 6 or above, you really got a possibility of a new customer or a new business partner. But see, your third party can do that. That's why you get three-way calls. So they can ask questions that you don't feel comfortable if it's your person. And even if it's a brand new person, if you talk to them 2 or 3 years, trust me, familiarity breeds contempt. That's what it is. So it only takes 3 years for that 3 days for that brand new person to say, okay, I've been talking to her for 3 days, but now she's going to bring in the big guns. And the big guns could be your upline, your sideline, a guy, if it's another guy, you think that's better, but you need that three-way. So the system, guys, is there. And I don't care, anytime I bring somebody into the business, and if you hear my voice, you know if I brought you into the business, I use the system. I didn't go do anything different than what I'm telling you guys to do. And I'm saying all of that to say is a lot of terms that we use. Last night, we had a little call and we said, who wants to run? And there was amazed on how many people said, what does run mean? That means that you're going to use the same system, but you're going to double, triple your efforts for about 20 days. And you're going to run like we were asking you all to run for March Madness. What is that going to do running right before convention? It's going to ensure that this is the best year you have ever had in this business. So if you're not somebody that's running, if you didn't sign up for March Madness, you're missing how you propel and create business momentum in your business. And right now is the opportune time. People will be getting income tax returns. You're going to the conference. They're going to see what phenomenal business opportunity this is. Especially, they said 9,000 people got laid off from Amazon or Google yesterday. Y'all need to be out there looking for those people. Yes, not the people you've been talking to, but people that need what you have. And how many times get used to the word no. Go out and go out and buy the book today. Go for the no, especially if you're gonna run and from now into convention. Go out and buy the book. Go for no. So your feelings don't get hurt. And the more no's you get, you already know you're getting closer to your yes. So I was probably rambling a little bit this morning, but the main thing is the main thing. The main thing this morning is get ready and go to work. And we are getting ready to do some running. Those are gonna run between now and when we go to a convention, you're going to see the difference in what your business is going to look like. Be coachable. If you came into this business, you wanted to change some things for you, your family, and your finances, then be coachable, because to be successful in this business, one of the number one things, fundamental things in this business is make the decision and then be coachable. And so tomorrow, another be coachable moment, whether you are in Maryland, Washington, Virginia, Atlanta, and you know some people here in Chicago, or you go online and become friends. You know, you do the chat, the system that we use, choose, say hello, tag, and what's A? I always forget A. But chat. Go and bring some people, meet some people on Facebook, and invite them out to the event, the scanning party that we do every Wednesday here in Chicago from 6 to 7. We're scanning, and from 7:10 till about 8 o'clock, we are doing the presentation. What does that do? It expands your business. And if you're in Chicago, you need to show up with some guests also. So with that being said, your marching orders is today is don't play too small. Get some people to the scan event tomorrow. And guys, if you're tired about hearing everything that goes on in Chicago, then start your own. We have people, Mike Newsom out of Virginia, getting ready to have a huge event, influenced by his love of what we're doing with the flat belly lifestyle, looking at Dr. Roz and how she created that phenomenal event in Houston. Then Henrietta, Richie, and Stephanie Lee are doing their own thing in Phoenix, Arizona. Again, they want that market. They're the only two distributors actively working out there, and they're saying they're going out there and make things happening in their neighborhood. They're not waiting on the company. But guess what? The company will be where you create momentum, but you need to start creating it. With that being said, guys, I'm 3 minutes over. Go out and have a kind of day. Go out and push, because that's the midwife message for today. Bye.